So let's do a software one, because I have an interview coming up pretty soon in like an hour. Not too sure what they're gonna ask. Just wanted to warm up my brain a little bit, might as well. So this one looks like you're just kind of checking to see if pre-filled Sudoku board is valid or not. So each row and column must be 1 to 9 without repetition. And then each of the 3x3 sub boxes must contain the digits 1 to 9 without repetition. So yeah, so this is kind of cool. So you can see, so the number of rows and the number of columns is always gonna be 9. So you can even hard code like for I from 0 to 9, 0 to 9. So yeah, I mean, perhaps we could just do like a horizontal check, vertical check, and then a 3x3 sub box check. What are these dots, actually? I guess dots are nothing. So we'll just keep it set, and then so for each row, then we're gonna scan all the columns. And so if isn't a dot and is not in current set, then current set will add this thing. What are the other? So if it is a dot, then we just don't do anything. So but then else if board RC isn't a dot and board RC is in cur set. Reason I don't do else is because I don't want this to equal set and then just return false. So return false. And I want to reset this current set like this. So for each row, I want to yeah, have the current set do that. Now this is row RC, so it's kind of confusing, but then I can also just do like I could just do IJ, where this is row, column, row, column, row, column, row, column, row, column. So this is convenient because I'm looping through. I'm doing 81 iterations anyway. So while this can be because I is going first, so we're doing like a row scan on this one, but then we can also just say so instead of this, we can just do column and then just switch the indices for slightly more brevity. J-I, J-I. So this is a row check, horizontal check, and this is a vertical check. So this holds the row constant, and then we sweep through the columns, and then this will hold the column constant and we'll sweep through the rows. And then whatever your leading one is, I or J, it'll just go ahead and reset it on the next iteration. And then so the other thing is like, how do we, this is part of the hard part, which is like, how do we check these? So one way to do it might be right, and then so how do we index, let's say, you know, if this was 0, 1, right, then how do we get all these? So this would be the row would be 0, 1, 2, 3. Sorry, the column would be 3, so J times 3, so 0, 1, 2 would give us this starting column, and then starting row, I assume, would be symmetric, so 0, 1, 2. And then now, let's check basically to see how do we describe the rest of this, right? So starting row, and then starting row, you know, row in range, starting row to starting row plus 3, right? So for example, starting row is 3, then we would sweep through 3, 4, 5, excluding 6. Then for call in range, starting call plus 3, then you would just do board row call, right? And then since we're checking in these 3 by 3 chunks, which is described by here, we want our block check to basically be reset per 3 by 3. So same logic, if board row call isn't a dot, and perhaps this is a little bit less tedious to type. This element isn't a dot and element is not in current block check. Then current block check dot add element. True, false. So yeah, let's sweep and then keep resetting. And if it is a dot, we just don't do anything. Okay, invalid syntax. Can I not have comments before the if statement? No, it's not that. Oh, this is not. Oh, yeah, okay. So that's the danger with Python. They make it so like English that I'm like, oh yeah, it is in. But is a equals equals, and in is something else. So yeah, let's make sure that this is a false here, and then just submit it and then kind of see. And is not a type of character. What? I just copy pasted it. Well, okay. Alright, it's success anyway. So yeah, that's this problem. I don't know why it's medium. There's a lot more easy LeetCode problems that are a lot harder, but this is just a nice check, and there's no real like O of whatever complexity. They might ask you to solve in fewer passes, but it's kind of pointless because the board's so small. It's like 81 blocks. So anyway, yeah, hope that helps you. It certainly has helped me at least warm up my brain a little bit, because I do struggle with like a lot of indexing stuff because my spatial thinking needs some work, because that's not really conducive to actual work scenario. But anyway, yeah, see you in the next one.